Yo, what up, what up, what up? Just got off of work. About to go home and relax, I guess. And, you know, like the same thing as always. Barbara Marsh and I can be a family like she promises. And like Sydney Walker and I can be a family like she promises. And Roxanne and I, we're good buds, we're friends. I love you, Roxy. And like, it's still the same though. It's like the standard for human is to give up on family, and the proof of that is Barbara Marsh promised that we'll always be a family, and we can be a family right now. That's proof. That's 100% proof. Our family can be together right now. Like I can go to her place right now and we can start raising our son under the same roof tonight. But she creates excuses why she can't, even though she promised to love me forever and she promised that we'll always be a family together forever. But I realized, like, most mothers go into a family thinking that they can last with the guy forever, but the human nature part is that it is human to give up on one another. So I understand why Barbara gave up on our family the way her mother did. Like she became exactly like her mother. Like she is her mother. Like the mother that she's been trying not to be all of her life. She became exactly her by abandoning our family that she promised that will always stay whole. But that's okay, I can't hold that against her. Like, Barbara is Dina exactly down to a T. Like it is, like our family can be together right now, but she is Dina. So I have to live with that and I'm okay with that. But it's like, it's so frustrating because like, my theory is that every father that makes an attempt to have a family like the way I did, like I did it intentionally, right? Like Barbara asked me for a family and I knew that intentionally that we were going to have one, and it was my intent to always be a family with her. So it's like I went with that intent of being a family with her and Drayton, otherwise we would never have had our son together. If she never promised me family, then we never would have had Drayton in the first place. Our family can be together right now, Drayton, your mom's just a whore, but that's okay. That's okay, that's human. It's human to give up on people. Like Barbara is a slut because it's human. It's human nature to be a polygamist, for real. Like we can be together right now and be faithful to one another for the rest of our lives, but she's too much of a whore to do that. And I'm okay with that. It's the same thing with like Sydney to a certain extent, because like she promised that we'll always be a family together, and while we were together, while she was promising me that we'll always be together, she was cheating on me with other people too. So it's like, it's human to cheat on people. It's human to quit and give up on people. And like the only thing you can do in this human world, the only thing that you should do really is never give up on yourself. Like, I really space myself away from people. I don't fucking trust people at all. That's like what I am now. That's what I became ever since Barbara, because our family can be together right now. But it's just the way the world is, you know? But I gotta live with that. Just the way it is. But the point of today though, the point of talking to you today is realizing that, you know, it's common to have broken up family. It's common to be a part of a family that can't make it. Like Barbara, Drayton and I can be together right now, but it's human to give up on your family and things like that. And I'm okay with that. So even though tonight I want to be a family and I want to see my children, like I realize that I have to give up on my children to a certain extent. Like Drayton and I, like our father-son relationship was completely destroyed by Barbara, right? Like Barbara didn't teach him anything about music. He knows nothing. Like he's, for lack of a better word, my son Dre is unprepared for life because his mother decided to raise him alone. And like on some level I totally get that, but on another level it's really frustrating because we made our son together to be a family, right? And that's the only purpose we made him. That's the only reason we made him. Like Barbara, Drayton and I can be together right now, but she's too much of, you know, too much of a whore to do that. Like it's human though. It's human to be a whore. It's human to have that standard. Like okay, it's above human to set the standard like, hey, we can be married and we can raise our son and we can be together like she promises, but it's human to be the kind of whore who sleeps around, does whatever with whoever, right? Like it's human to be slutty. So it's like I gotta live with that, but mostly it's just it's so frustrating because like Barbara, Drayton and I can be together right now. And it's so frustrating because Sydney Walker, Cameron and I, we can be together right now. Like they were all promising me that we'll always be together. They were all promising me that I'm the best sex they ever had. They're all promising me that we'll always fucking persevere and continue. And I'm stuck in this this scar of mine. This is a scar. Like right here, like every time, like I miss Barbara right now. I miss Sydney right now. I miss Roxanne right now. I want to hold them. I want to cuddle them. I want to be with them. I want to raise the family that they told me that we're going to raise together. But to every new baby daddy or every baby daddy that's going to be, that's watching this, like, it's human to give up on one another, okay? So like the ultimate thing I need you to do, that I need myself to do, is to never give up on myself, and for you to never give up on yourself, okay? So like, bitches, they come, they go, Saturday through Sunday, Monday through Sunday, yo, Eminem's right, you know, like Barbara Dre and I can be together right now, but she's so much of a whore that she needs another cock, she needs another kind of person to jump on and stuff like that. Like, she's a slut, that's it, that's all there is to it. Like, if she was committed and faithful like she promised, if she was monogamous like she promised, then our family would be together like she promised, but she's a whore. Barbara Marsh is like the biggest whore I've ever met in my entire fucking life. Wait, scratch that. Sydney was, because Sydney cheated on me. But like, so it goes Sydney and then Barb in terms of like just the worst fucking women I've ever fucking met. But at the same time, they're my baby mamas, so I gotta love them, and only I can diss them. None of you fuckers can watching this. None of you are allowed to diss them from my perspective, okay? They fucked over me. They promised me that we'll always be together. They promised me that I'm their best sex ever. They promised me that I'd be the only one forever. But you, they didn't promise you shit. They promised me shit. They promised me forever. So if you're thinking about calling my baby mamas a whore, fuck you, I'll kick your ass. But anyways, to the advice portion though, just everybody's human, and it's human to be a slut. So if you're in a relationship right now, if it doesn't last forever, then that's why. I'm sorry. But thank you for listening, and you all have a good night. I'm gonna see if this thing's open right now. Safeway might just have... Good morning. How's it going today? Well, I love Barbara Marsh. Our family can be together right now. Drayton, her and I, we are family. We can be together right now. I love Roxanne Biggity. Our family can be together right now. Her and Levita and her daughter, me, we're a family. We can be a family together right now. I love Sydney Walker, or Darian Sydney Walker, whatever the hell her name is. I don't know. She's so hard to trust, really. But either way, Darian Sydney Tegan Walker, or Chief, and I, we can be a family together too. And the truth is, Barbara promised me that we'll always be a family, and Sydney Walker promised me that we'll be a family. Like Barbara said that, oh, I always want my family together, and yes, our family can be together right now. And Sydney said, oh, you know, like, I want to warm my feet up next to somebody the way my mom and dad warmed their feet up for 23 years together. Darren, that's you. That's what she's basically said to me in regards to having a baby with her. And like, and Roxanne and I were friends. Like, we agreed that we'll always be friends no matter what before we had our baby. But it's like, right now I feel really alone. And in a lot of ways I am alone. Like, for real. And I know why. I get why. Like, every time I have a new relationship, I lose a set of friends. And I've had so many relationships that I pretty much, all I have now are acquaintances and like a couple of close friends and a couple of close work buddies or something like that. But it's like, that's about it. So it's like, I'm feeling pretty alone right now. And I realized though, it's like, when I was with Barbara, half of my friends got thrown away right there. Cause like when I was with Barbara, like my friend, one of my best friends was Aaron, like, and like the fact that Aaron had sex with Barbara at one point in time of life, that conflicted our friendship, and that's just an example of one of the friendships that died out with my new relationship with Barbara. And the same thing happened when I got Roxanne, and the same thing happened when I got Sydney. Each baby mother, I lost a new set of friends due to jealousy in a way, in a lot of ways actually. Like I don't really realize it, but some people are actually jealous of me. And like, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but some people are actually jealous, like, that I have 3 babies. And they don't see the whole situation to the point where they assume shit, right? Like, they just assume that I don't want anything to do with my babies, but the truth is, Barbara, Marsh, and I, we can be together right now, raising our son under the same roof. And the reason I'm telling you that now is not for attention, but because of attraction and the scar in my heart that she brought upon with her lies. Like Barbara promised me that we'll always be a family together, and our family can be whole together right now. Before we had our son, she promised me that we'll always be a family together and we'll always do our best. And then when we had our son, she promised our son and I that we'll always be a family together and do our best. But she turned out to be a lying whore, but that's okay. That's the human standard. The human standard is to be whore. And like Sydney Walker and I could be together right now, but she was always a cheater and a liar to me. And like, I don't like calling people whores, but it's so easy. Because like on September 7th, when my daughter was being born, Sydney Walker was in Selkirk cheating on me with some guy that she was like, yeah, keep that attitude up. And later on, like, she tried to say that it was her cousin that she was talking to, like one of her close kissing cousins that she, you know, hangs out with and stuff like that. Like, she tried to be like, hey, it was him that was that she was talking about, but we all know that she was cheating, and that's what she was doing. But it's like, like I'm not a bad guy, you know, and it's just one of those things. So it's like, I want a girlfriend, you know, I want a girlfriend right now. Like Barbara and I, we can be together right now. We can raise our family, and I would be 100% faithful to her and loyal to her like she promises me. But like, and Cindy and I can be together too, and Roxanne and I can be together too. But like, Roxanne and I are buddies, so that like makes me feel okay with Roxanne. You know, like me and Roxanne are at peace with being friends. If she wants to get back together, Roxy, I love you. We can always get back together, no problem. But it's like, anyways, like, here's why I'm dateable. Here's why I'm dateable. Like I have 3 babies because of who I am as a person. Like, who I am as a person is what my 3 baby mothers were attracted to, you know? Like all I have to do is basically like shave a bit, get a new haircut, and then like I'm good to go, right? Like that's basically all I got to do. And then I look good, right? You know, I'm handsome, I'm all right, I'm decent, about a 6 or a 7 in terms of 6 or 7 out of 10 kind of thing. You know, not bad. And I have a job, and also I have a secondary kind of career. And like, I know people call me crazy when I say it's my career, but poker is my career. That's my second career. Like, you know, like I have a day job, then I have poker, then I have music. I have those 3 things. That's what I am. So it's like, I'm dateable for real. Like I got a job, I got hobbies, I got a career, I got a big dick. Like I didn't always have a big dick though. Let me say, here's what happened. Like when Sydney and I were dating together, she'd always like be like, oh, blah blah blah, this and that. You know when girls get mad at you. When girls get mad at you, they start saying shit about you. Like Sydney was threatening to sleep with my friends and all of that. Like she was like, oh, I'm gonna sleep with Cody, I'm gonna sleep with Lauren, I'm gonna sleep with like all the people that were friends to me. That's what Sydney said that she was going to do. She's gonna sleep with so and so and all that shit. And like for the most part, you know, she does it. She does it. Like that's her thing. That's her thing, right? Like if she says she's gonna fuck somebody, she's most of the time she's gonna. But it's like, it's neither here nor there. Like our family can be together like she promises, and our, you know, blah 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 and all that. But like, why I'm dateable? Like, you know, I'm cute, got a job, got careers, got hobbies. Like, you know, like I want a future, but like, there's also another part of me that I won't. I'll be honest. Like, I'm not really striving for too much right now because it's like I need that family as a motivation. You know, like if Barbara Drayton and I were together right now, I would have that motivation to want to make more money. But right now, I'm making just a little bit above minimum wage, and that to me is like a standard job in Canada. You know what I mean? Like I'm all right with being the person who works a standard paying job, and he makes music videos and plays poker and all that kind of jazz that I love, you know, on the side. That's who I am. Like if Barbara Drayton and I were together right now, then I'd have to go get a different style of career, one that would give me more money and things like that. But now that we're not a family, I have no obligation to really do that to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like I can be an artist now that we're not together. I can go be a fucking porn star, whatever, whatever I want, because Barbara destroyed the family that she promised to keep whole together forever. And like I said, our family can be together right now. But anyways, so that's why I'm dateable. Like, I'm super dateable. Like, right now in Selkirk, like, I'm gonna say right now, a woman would be lucky to have me, because I'm not gonna cheat on her. Like, even though, like, I get chances to cheat when I'm in a relationship, that's when all the women that, like, I was looking for when I'm single, like, that's when they're coming to me and asking me, like, hey, you want to hang out, want to be together and stuff like that. That's when I start getting, like tempted. But, like, I don't cheat. That's not my style. I want a one-on-one relationship like Barbara promised me, only for real. Like, Barbara and I can be together one-on-one for the rest of our lives, have sex with each other for the rest of our lives, like she promised me, only one-on-one, you know what I mean? That way we don't have to worry about other fucking shit like that, disease and all that stuff. Like, we could just fuck each other for the rest of our lives, and we can fucking raise our son, and we can have more children, stuff like that. But she's too much of a whore to do that. She needs different cocks and all that stuff, even though my cock rocks. Like I said though, like Sydney would always fucking tear into me about having a 6-inch dick, right? She'd always be like, your dick's only 6 inches. It's not big enough to fucking talk to me that way. Like that's how she was. So it's like, if you're dating her and your dick is 6 inches or less, haha, motherfucker. Like, she's gonna fucking hate on you like that. And like, but one of the cool things that came from that is I've developed a method to growing more inches. Like for real, it works, and I'm developing a book right now about the human body and growing it out a bit more, and it's like I'm taking real pictures and stuff like that so that I can prove it to you that I did it myself, and then I'll teach you how to do that. But that's farther down the line. For now though, I just want to, I want a girlfriend. I want to have sex right now. I want to put my dick inside of a pussy. I know that sounds vulgar when I say it like that, right? But it's like I want a real relationship. I know, I love sex. I know that's every guy's big downfall is loving sex too much to a certain extent, right? Hey, what's up? Happy December 1st, everybody. Christmas coming soon, 3 weeks. That's pretty cool. I didn't really get any Christmas shopping done with the code red and all of that. I would just like to say I love Barbara Marsh. Our family can be together like she promised Drayton and I, we can be together right now. I love Roxanne Biggity. Roxy Love and I can be a family together right now with Roxanne's daughter too. I can raise her as my own. We can be a family together right now. I love Sydney Walker. Our family can be together right now. Cameron, Sydney and I, we can be together right now under one roof, the way Sydney promised me while we were making the baby. So it's I like saying that every day because it's proof. It's proof to my children that their family can always be together. Like, Drayton knows that Barbara and I can be together right now, and Barbara promised me, Drayton knows that Barbara promised me, and Drayton knows that Barbara promised him that we'll always be a family. And same thing goes with my daughters. They're gonna know that their mothers and I can be together, and that's the fact. That's 100% fact. Any one of my families and I can be together right now. Sydney promised to love me forever and be loyal to me forever, but she was a cheater whore. So it's just I still love you, Sydney, and I still respect you because you're my baby mother. So it's but you did cheat on me. That was a whore move, and you know it. You fucking know you cheated on me, and there's no way out of it. You fucking know that you came over to my place after sucking some guy's lips, and then you fucking kissed me on the lips. So it's you fucking know you did all of that shit. You fucking snake in the grass. But I love you, Sydney, and we can still be a family together today. And that's just the way it is. And I'm gonna keep making videos like this because it's proof that my family can be together right now. It's proof that Barbara is a whore. Barbara promised that we'll always be together and persevere, but we can be together a family tonight, right now. And the fact that she is reluctant and not doing so is proof that she's a fucking whore, because she promised me that we'll always persevere, we'll always stay together. And I know that destroying a person's life is as easy as giving up on their family, especially if you're the parents. The easiest way to destroy your baby's life is to give up on the family that you created. but that's just the way life is. Like, it happens all over. Like, there's probably like 90% of the people watching this probably come from broken families and broken homes, and that's the nature of humanity. The nature of humanity is to be a whore and give up on your family like Barbara does. You know, like the way Sydney cheated on me, things like that. That's human nature. It's just so frustrating that, you know, like all this wisdom, all this know-how of how to make chicks come, and all the stuff that all the stuff that I know how to do. Like, I want to make a chick come right fucking now. I want to have sex with a good woman right fucking now. Like, and like at the same time, I also want the family together so that we can raise a child together and things like that. But it's just like, it's so frustrating that I trusted Barbara to be the one. I trusted Barbara to keep her word, which was to keep our family together. And like, I like sharing myself because every day I love her. Every day I love Barbara Marsh, and there's no way out of it. I'm gonna love Barbara forever. People will be like, oh, let go, let go. I'll be like, I'm not a whore. I'm not a whore like Barbara. Barbara is a whore, so she lets go. That's what whores do. Like, I'm always gonna love Barbara, and we can always be a family together, and this is the proof. And every time I make a video like this, I'm gonna start it by saying, I love Barbara, I love Roxanne, and I love Sydney, and the truth is our family can be together right now. So if they ever try to pull that shit, oh, daddy wasn't home because daddy didn't want a family. Daddy wants a family. Daddy wants their family together right fucking now. Barbara Dre and I can be a family together right now. Roxanne and I can be a family together right now. You know, like Sydney and I can be a family together right now. That's just the way it is. And these are my scars on repeat for the third time. And like, I'm gonna have to get some new scars to talk about so that I can help you guys with some advice. But my advice for you tonight is, if you're in the same kind of situation I'm in, where it's like, I want to be with my baby mother and I want to raise my children and I want to be under the same roof like they promise. If you're in the similar situation, never give up on yourself, baby. I got music, I got poker. That's what I got going for me, and that's how I'm gonna make it rich. That's what I'm gonna do. So thanks for listening. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. Please share, subscribe, and enjoy the Selkirk music. And if you want to make music together, just ask me. We can make music together. Okay, thanks for listening. Have a good night. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I guess this will be the last Scars on Repeat rendition because I got other things to focus on. However, though, I do feel my scars on repeat every day. Every day, it's the same fucking thing over and over. I love Barbara Marsh. Her family can be together tonight. I love... fuck that guy. I love Roxanne. Our family can be together. And we're buds, though. That's cool. And I love Sydney Walker. Our family can be together. We can raise our daughter together. Like a family, like she wanted. But it's like... I understand that the standard for human is to be an individual and always give up on every external relationship to a certain degree. So it's like the fact that Barbara gave up on her family is a very common attribute among human beings. Like, it's human to give up on your family. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Like, Barbara Drayton and I can be together like she promises, but it's human, like the way she made the promise to me, but to break it. It's more human to break the promise than it is more human. You know what I mean? Like if you keep a promise, it's not very human of you. Does that make sense? But my scars are still on repeat, and I realize they're always going to repeat every fucking day. Every fucking day I wake up, hey, Barbara Drayton and I can be a family, God. What are you waiting for? Roxanne and I, we can be a family, God. You know, like, what are you waiting for, God? Sydney and I, we can raise our daughter together like she wanted, you know, like, I'm a faithful lover, you know, like, if Barbara wants to be together, she'll be my one and only. If Roxanne wants to be together, she'll be my one and only. If Sydney wants to be together, she'll be my one and only. Like, we promised one another, like they promised me, but it's human to give up on family. For real, it's human to go from relationship to relationship. So if you're a single baby daddy watching this, or if you're a baby daddy in general watching this, and if one day, you know, you ever find yourself wanting a family together, just want you to know it's very normal. It's very normal in this day and age, in 2020, where the population is like almost 8 billion people. It's very normal for everybody in general to give up on their family. Like Barbara and I, we can be together right now. Roxanne and I, we can be together right now. Sydney and I, we can be together right now and have the family that they promised me. But it's so human to give up. But that's what they gotta do. They gotta give themselves excuses why we can't be together when there's always the reasons we can be together. The biggest reason in the entire world we can be together, our children, obviously. Another reason we can always be together, I'll always love them the way they promised that they'll always love me. That's another reason we can be together. And like, I don't know, pretty stable, I guess. Like I, you know, go to work, play poker, write music. That's all I do. I go to work, I play poker, and I write music. In fact, I got an album coming out next month if I can get it all recorded in time and stuff like that. It's gonna be about like 16 tracks or so. So I'm gonna be focusing on that instead of focusing on my scars like I have been lately, which, I mean, scars are fun to vent because they always build up, like every day the tension for, you know, how much love I got for my baby mothers builds up inside of me, and every day I need to vent it more or less. So thanks for listening, you guys, and it's very normal and very human to go from relationship to relationship the way Barbara is always going to go from relationship to relationship, and the way Sydney's always going to go from relationship to relationship, and Roxy, you know, like, it's very human to do that. Like, it's inhuman to be a family and stay together, like, for real, in this day and age. Like, I want to find a wife, though. I hope I can find a wife. Like, if you're watching this right now and you're my future wife, you know, like, here's what I want. I want a mortgage together, you know, like a home together, and I want to have babies together, and I want to raise our babies together. That's all I ever wanted from Barbara. That's all I ever wanted from Roxanne. That's all I ever wanted from Sydney, is just to be a team together, take care of our household, take care of any babies that we have or dependents that we have. And like, I'm a good father and I'm a good stepfather, so I mean, like, you know, like, I'm prepared for that. Like, that's what I want, right? Like, I want to raise children. I want to be a good dad. That's like, it's been my dream to be a good dad since I was a baby, you know? like I know that sounds kind of funny, but I grew up always wanting to be a good dad, you know? Like, Barbara only made it this way because of her parents giving up on her. You know, like, if Barbara and I were together like she promises, like, I would be raising my son right now, teaching him right from wrong, teaching him that he's got to get a work permit when he's 13 so he can start work early and he can get a jump on the game and be a really good son, like I know he can be, you know? But Barbara made it this way, and I miss my boy, and he's not as prepared for life as he could have been if we raised him together. But that's universal. Like, it's universal that people give up on their families. So I love Barbara Marsh. Our family can be together right now. I love Roxanne Biggity. Our family can be together right now. I love Sydney Walker. Our family can be together right now. But I'm just going to focus on my poker, my music, and I'm going to try to get rich for my babies so that I can buy them the things that I wanted when I was younger, you know? Like I want to put my son through hockey, but I can't do that now because of the COVID stuff. There's no hockey league. But like, there's still going to be more things that I want him to try and have a good time with, and whatever he enjoys in life is up to him, and whatever he sticks to is up to him. But like, I'm going to focus on my music, my poker. I love Barbara Marsh. Our family can be together right now. I love Roxanne Biggity. Our family can be together right now. And I love Sydney Walker. Our family can be together right now. It's human. It's human for everybody to give up on everybody. And I want a relationship right now. I want a girlfriend. I want a wife. You know, I want a good life. It is what it is. I hope things pick up. And I hope you enjoy the album that I'm going to LP. I guess it's an LP. Hope you enjoy the LP that I'm going to release 2021. Thank you for listening. And if you're my future wife watching this, come and fuck me, you know, like, been waiting around for you. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. I know that I said that I would stop sharing my scars on repeat, but I gotta do it one more time. I love Barbara Marsh. Our family can be together right now tonight as I look at the moon. And, you know, there's clouds in front of it. Beautiful night sky. And on that moon, I swear on the moon, Barb Dre and I can be a family right now. And I love Roxanne Biggity. Our family can be together right now. I love you, Roxanne. In fact, Roxanne's the only mother that I'm really paying more money to, you know, like as far as child support goes, like Roxanne's my favorite baby mama, and like I'm sorry to say, but I'm gonna play favorites. My favorite child is currently Lavina. I know you're not supposed to play favorites, but that's my baby girl, you know, like I love Lavina so fucking much. She's my favorite. I'm sorry, like I love them all equal, but at the same time, she's my favorite. I don't know how to explain that, but it is what it is. And as always, Sydney Walker and I, we can be together right now. Like one of the reasons that Lavina is my favorite though is because like I never really got a chance to meet Cameron. Like Sydney tells me Cameron is my baby, but I've never really hung around with Cameron, you know, like sure if we hung around and laughed together, played together, walked around, ran around together, you know, like built something together, we would have a rapport and we'd be more tight, you know, we'd be more, you know, like I miss my baby girls. I do. I miss my baby girls and I miss my son, and like these are my scars on repeat still. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's do something new to discuss. Oh, okay, this is the only time I'll share work drama. Tonight I was doing my job. You know, like I was doing my job what I was supposed to. And like so-and-so was like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's like, I'm doing that. I did that exactly. And then he just he kept going to the point where it's like, no, you gotta do this. I was like, yeah, I did that. And then we did that like a couple times, like, no, you gotta do this. Yeah, I did that. No, you gotta do this. Yeah, you did that. And then then I snapped a bit because like there's been tension riding up, like anybody, like this, the reason I'm telling you this work stuff is because like I want to share some advice with you at the end of it. But anybody who works in close quarters with anybody enough, eventually you're going to argue. And like one of the things I want to make clear, like the person that I did argue with at work, I respect him with all my heart and I think of him like a brother, for real. But like when he does get like, you know, like that, like I snapped a bit because like, you know, like, one of the things he does is like he'll hide stuff on the other guy so that the other guy can't use it and stuff like that. Just little passive aggressive stuff like that, and that kind of built up. And tonight I kind of like I kind of let that rage out on him, and like I feel bad for it because like he's a good guy for the most part. Like we're just trying to work, right? That's what another thing I'm like. Piece of advice, right? When you're at work, you're there to work. You're not there to be like, you know, like brothers in a fucking frat club and stuff like that, even though like, you know, sometimes that happens. But like you're there to work ultimately, and like I was doing my job like I was supposed to, and like the fact that he kept grilling me about doing my job when I was doing it, that's when I got like, I tore into him a little bit, and I was just like, called him a control freak. And I feel a little bit bad about that because like we have more in common than he knows, you know. Like I was adopted for the first year of my life, you know, like we have more in common than he knows. And I know like that being adopted in like the first couple years of your life, you all your life you long for the control that you didn't have when you were in the system being adopted and stuff like that. And I know that's one of the reasons I'm also kind of a control freak. But it's like, I guess one of the things that I want to share with you advice-wise as far as like this work drama issue goes, like this is the only time that I'll try to talk about work. Like I'll try to keep work to myself for the most part, but like for the most part, like you're gonna argue with your coworkers, and at the end of the day, I just want you to forgive yourself and forgive your coworker, because you're just there to work, and you're, you know, like, whether you're buds or not, whatever, that's up to you. But like, that person in particular, I think of him like a little brother, and I'm there for him if he ever needs, like, I don't know if he'll ever need me to be there for him because he's such a strong individual and I respect him. But it's like, you know, like, when you're working with people, you're gonna argue with them, and the ultimate thing that I want you to take away from this, like, especially if, like, you're my son or daughter listening to this in the future, if you're at work and you have an argument with a coworker, it's not the end of the world. Just make up with that coworker. Like next time I see him, it's my plan, it's my intention to make up with him. You know, like the truth is, I respect his work ethic, and I respect who he is as a person, and I want him to succeed as well as myself to succeed, and I want to be a good teammate together when we're a team together. So, you know, I'm going to mend that as far as that goes, because you know, he's like a brother to me to a certain extent. Whether he thinks of me that way or not, it doesn't matter. But to me, the guy's like a brother, and I love him like a little brother, even though, like, you know, coworkers, you're not supposed to catch feelings for your coworkers, but I love my coworkers, you know? So that's what I want you to take away from this video in particular. This is the last of the Scars on Repeat. But if, you know, if you're working, you're doing your job or whatever, like, you're gonna argue with your bros or your coworkers, and at the end of the day, just make sure you know that it's all there for business and it's a professional job, you know what I mean? So enjoy yourselves, and thank you for listening. Have a good night. Ironies. That's my conclusion for this whole thing. Scars on Repeat. Ironies. Barb Dre and I can be a family right this instant, like Barbara promises. She can't keep her promise. That's ironic. She promised me that we'll be a family because her family broke up. So, like, to be a family in spite of her mother abandoning family is what she wanted. And that's ironic that she gave up on her family. It's ironic that Roxanne and I are friends now. And it's ironic that Sydney Walker and I had a relationship from August 6th to Halloween, and made love every day, and she always had, like, my fluids in her as far as I knew, and she was cheating on me at the same time, you know? Ironic that she told me that her daughter is my daughter, like 5 months after her birth. That's ironic. And it's like, I didn't have to miss my daughter's birth. She could have told me, you know, like, I love Sydney. We could have delivered our daughter together, and that's ironic that she didn't tell me when I wanted to be there to cut the umbilical cord, you know? That's ironic. And it's ironic that she brought that kind of hostility when I found out that my daughter might possibly be, you know, her daughter. And just everything about life is just super ironic. Like, think about it for real. Like, sex is super ironic for real. It's like you have sex, it feels super good, but the faces you make, you know what I mean? Like, some of them are super, like, strenuous, and some of them, like, you're just straining yourself, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, the faces you make during sex, even though it's pleasurable, your face doesn't entirely say pleasure. Sometimes it says surprise, like, you know, like, and stuff like that, you know? So it's ironic that pleasure looks like pain and surprise and adrenaline and chains and whips, you know? Like, that's ironic. my son. I love my daughters. I love their baby mothers. I hope that they have a long and great life. I really do. You know, like, May Barbara, she wanted a family, so I gave her a family. We can be a family right now, but like, may Barbara raise our son the best she can, because I'm not going to be there as much as she would like. You know what I mean? Like, every single parent out there, like, if you think that when you have custody that the other parent is going to be around when you gave up on the relationship, it's kind of unrealistic, you know? Like, it's more realistic that we stay a family and raise our son under the same roof. But that's not what she wants, because that's not who she is as a person, because of her scars and what her mother did to walk out on her family. And I'm like, God, like, being so loyal to Sydney, and the fact that Sydney was telling me that she was loyal to me, and like Roxanne and I being friends is super cool, and at the same time super ironic, because like, she knows she said some pretty dark shit to me, you know, but I love you, Roxanne. I always will. Just like, I always love all of my baby mothers, for real. So, in conclusion, it's ironic that, you know, like, I try to do my best around these people who are just not good enough to a certain extent, you know? Like, I did my best, like, another example, like, at work, I did my best, and like, I was doing the job they were giving me shit for. It was like, but anyways, like, but in my personal life, that was like, my baby mothers asked me for a family, and it's like, it feels like they're giving me shit for being like, hey, I love you. It feels like they're giving me shit for giving them a child, when it's like, you asked me for a baby, Barbara. You asked me for a baby, Roxanne. You asked me for a baby, Sydney. And I gave you all a baby. Like, you wanted a family. We can be a family right now. And it's ironic that individuals. We're not meant to be with other people, attached at the hip forever. Barbara promised we would be attached at the hip forever. We can be right now, you know, like, walk our son to school, you know, whenever we got the chance and stuff like that. Like, we can do that all together, you know? You know, save up for a car, drive him to school. Got my license, you know, like, I love my babies, and I love my baby mothers, and my life, I want a wife, you know, a wife who loves practicing sex every day. And I know that's a super weird term to say, but like when I say practice it, I mean like we fucking fuck and we count how many thrusts, and like we fucking like push the blood at the same time to our sexual organs, and we count to like 1,000 together while we're fucking, and we like fuck 1,000 times like every day. And that's like our sexual practice. That's what I would love in a relationship, you know, like a girlfriend like that, to have that kind of long, sensual, sexual relationship with. So like if you are my future wife watching this, hi, I'm right here, what's up, let's hang out, let's be together. If you're one of my baby mothers that promised me a family, or if you're my buddy Roxanne, you know, like, we can always be together and raise our child together. And is just so surreal. It feels like luck of the draw, you know? And it's almost universal among 8 billion people for families to give up on one another. So to you people watching this right now, you know, like the people that are like, oh, my friends are never there for me when I need them. It's like, shut the fuck up about your friends never being there for you when you need them, because you're an individual. You only need you. You don't need anybody else in this world, even though it's fucking great to have somebody. Like, I have family, like my dad helps me out, my mom helps me out. You know, like I have grandmothers and like people love me and care about me. I have like 7 brothers and sisters. I love them all with all my heart. Like, for real, I love all my brothers and sisters, all of them. And I hope they live long, healthy lives, you know, like. And I have another irony of life. I have no choice but to work until I'm 65 years old, and hopefully I'm consistent enough to find a financial strategy that will allow me to be a well-retired senior citizen by the time I'm 65 and ready to take that step and have that 30% off early bird dinner. That's a lot of responsibility. And as well as, you know, the voting population, you know, like consists mostly of seniors and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a lot of responsibility. You take care of yourself. The friends that you're like, oh, my friends are never there for me when they need me. I love my friends. I love my friends. They don't need to be here for me right now when I'm freaking out, man. They just need to hang out with me when we're hanging out together, you know? And as for the family that's, you know, here or there for me, or like, oh, my family's never there for me. Like, if you're one of those people, be there for yourself, you know? Like, you can't rely on anybody else in this world, even though it's lucky if you got it. Like this bridge right now, like if your life is like you got beams behind you, and your beams are like, you know, your family and stuff like that, and they're holding you up. Good for you, good for you. But remember, some people are born in this world without a family, you know? Like my son Drayton is born into this world without his family together, like his original family together. So are my 2 daughters without their original family together. You know, like that's who they are. They're gonna have to learn to cope with that. And I know they're gonna hold that against us. And I can always reflect on this time and place right now in space and time, where it's like December 2020. I love Barbara Marsh, our family can be together. I love Roxanne Biggity, our family can be together. I love Sydney Walker, our family can be together. I can always reflect on this moment in time and tell them that, hey, daddy fucking tried, but these people who are human beings as equal as I see me not good enough for them, or something like that. It's just, I am good enough for Barbara Marsh. I am good enough for Roxanne Biggity. I am good enough for Sydney Walker. I am good enough to be with any of them right now. I'm fucking awesome, dude. Like, for real, for real. And you know, like, if you're my future wife watching this, we're gonna have a blast, you know? Like, when this COVID shit clears up, we'll go on vacations, we'll travel around Canada and have a fucking great time. We'll see as much as we can, okay? And if one of my future wives, if one of my future wives just happens, just happens to be like one of my baby mothers, then cool, that would be awesome for a child to grow up with the family that Barbara and I promised that we would always try to be, because our families were never together, you know, like our family can be together right now, and just, but you take care of yourself and I'll take care of myself, and like we're all powerful and we're all beings, and I have the power to become rich. I do, and I'm smart enough to become rich. I'm talented enough to become rich. But you know, it's like I have my demons too. They're always right there, you know? So my demons and I are going to rest for now, and I'm sure I'll make more videos in the future because I'm a media whore. You know, I'm Selkirk. Subscribe to my channel. My demons and I are gonna have a good night. Hello. It's the end of the world. Maybe not literally, but I'm destroying my own world. I'm letting everything get away from me right now. I'm so fucking depressed. The depression is winning. Miss Barbara every fucking day. Miss Roxanne every fucking day. Miss Sydney every fucking day. Like Barbara promised me that we'll always be a family. Like she's a living human being, a real person. And she told me that we'll always be a family together. And I believed her. And now I hate my life every fucking day. I hate it. Like, I want to raise my son with her. I want the family that she told me that we're gonna have. So I finally just blew up, and pretty sure I lost my job just from being so fucking depressed and wanting to fucking die, basically. I never talked to anybody in the last couple of days. I've just been so fucking sad and depressed, and like there's so many different triggers. Like there's everything from like, at work, I got the fucking control freak guy giving me shit for doing the job that I'm supposed to be doing. And then like I come home and I have like my third baby mother's grandma calling me bitch in the fucking hallway, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything to the old lady, you know what I mean? Like like I'm not gonna fucking hurt somebody who's related to my daughter, because I love everybody who's related to my daughter. You know, I love everybody who's related to my son. I love everybody who's related to my daughter, and it's depressing that I love the person that calls me bitch in the hallway, because it's like, you know, we're related. You know, like it's depressing that will never change. Like she'll always be that immature, and I'll always be non-human to her, just like I'm non-human to Barbara. Like I am a human being and I do have real feelings and real emotions, but like Barbara told me that we'll be together forever. She is a human being with real emotions and real feelings too, but she couldn't keep it together because she's such a whore, and like that's who she is, and that's so fucking depressing. Like I want to kill myself, but I know that I can't kill myself. It's a shitty fucking deal. Like, I want to get rich and famous, but like all I have is music, and online poker is super fucking rigged. But it's like, you know, I still love it. I'm still gonna play online poker, but I'm gonna play like on micros. But like live poker is what I want to do with my life. But it's just like live poker is dead now because of COVID. So it just feels like the end of the world, you know? Like I'm fucking, all I got is music. Like I wrote like 5 tracks with a friend of mine. And like those 5 tracks sound good and all, but just, you know, without the ambition and motivation to keep going to work and keep on making life a success, it's just like I wish I could kill myself right now, but I know that I can't. And there's no way out for me. Like right now I have no way out. Like there's nobody that can help me. Like I want somebody to help me. You know, like like I want help, but I can't. There's no help. There's nobody here to help me. And like Barb Dre and I can be a family together right now, and that family is sacred, but not to Barbara. You know, like our family is special, and we should be whole together like Barbara promises. She's a whore. Roxanne and I can be together right now too. And then Sydney and I can be together right fucking now too, like she promised me too. But like she was always fucking cheating on me and stuff like that. She's a bad person. I just like, this life is, it's hell, and it's just, I know it's not worth living, but at the same time I know I can't kill myself. It's so fucking depressing, and I want to visit people and I want to hang out with people, but it's like COVID season too, so it's like you don't want to break social distancing, so it's like I am so drowning in life. Like every day I wake up hating life because I love Barbara. And like I finally, like y'all know that like everybody who fucking kills themselves, it's always over a girl. It's always over love. It's always over something like that. I'm like, I wish I could, but I can't. Like maybe I will one day, which would be fucking awesome, because I'm so tired of waking up, you know, like literally tired of waking up and being like, hey, Barbara and I can be a family together today. Like literally waking up and then like finding out that I have a baby with Sydney, like all that shit, like just like all that stuff that proves to me that human people are just like bad people in general. Like it just makes me not want to be alive at all. Like she asked me for a baby and suddenly I'm the bad guy for giving her a baby is what they fucking treat me like. Like Barbara asked me for a family and I gave her exactly the family that she wanted, and we can be a family together right now, but like she's such a fucking piece of shit. I hate my life because of her. It's just so fucking depressing because like she promised that we'll always be together, and like right now I could be raising my son, reading books to my son about science and mathematics, but like you know, like, I want to make love to Barbara tonight, you know, I want to make love to Roxanne tonight, I want to make love to Sydney tonight. I hate my life because of that desire. I hate it. I fucking hate being alive. I wish I could kill myself, but I can't. I know that I can't kill myself. But I'm so fucking trapped too because I can't succeed into a direction higher up where I can feel better, comfortably, and like away from some fucking vindictive fucking, oh my god, I cannot believe that we're related and she treats me like that. Like her daughter is like 10% her because she's like the great grandmother of the fucking daughter that we have, and she treats me that way. It's like I love her for being related to my daughter. Does that make sense? It's just like, and she'll never fucking understand that or have that kind of like maturity to be like, okay, Darren, I see now that you fucking tried to give my my granddaughter what she wanted. Like I gave Sydney exactly what she wanted, and it's just like, you know, no good deed goes unpunished. Like it was a good deed for me to give Barbara the family she asked me for, and now I'm suffering for it. It was a good deed of me to give Roxanne the second family she asked me for, and now I'm suffering for it. It was a good deed of me to give Sydney the baby she asked me for, and to give her the possible 23 years of warming each other's feet up next to each other like she wanted from me. It was a good deed for me to give her the baby, but it's like, now no good deed goes unpunished, right? Now I'm suffering because of it. Every fucking day I miss my children because of it. Every fucking day I want to raise my children, and I fucking like, I get why a lot of people are absent when relationships go kaput. You know, like I get why it's unrealistic for like a baby mother to expect the baby daddy to come and visit baby every week and stuff like that. It's unrealistic for that to happen. So it's like when you start a family in the future, like this is, I guess what this is the advice portion, right? Like when you start a family in the future, if you can't keep your family together, if you're doing that on purpose, you know, if you're having a baby on purpose, if you can't keep your family together, don't fucking have a baby, because it ruins lives. It fucking ruins lives. Like I ruined the life of my son just by his mother giving up on our family. I ruined the life of my daughters just by their mothers giving up on our family, and that will come later on in life. That's just how it's gonna go. That's what's gonna happen. It's unfortunate that's not why I gave them the baby. I gave them the baby to be a family with me and raise our baby together, and we can do that right now. But this life is hell, and it's the end of the world. For me, anyway. Like, for me, this is the end of the world, because like I just can't do it anymore. I have no way out, and I can't do it anymore. Like I want to kill myself, but I can't kill myself, and I want to live, but I can't live. So like I have no way out. This is me stuck in limbo. Like I need a way out. I need help, and I just can't find it. I hate my life every fucking day. Barb Dre and I could be a family together right now. Roxy and I could be together raising our daughter. Sydney and I could be together raising our daughter. And I'm like, I could be civil with everybody that my children are related to, but everybody that my children are related to are fucking assholes. And it's just like, my life, I have no way out, and it's the end of the world, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like I know I'm gonna make more music. Like I'm going to release an album in January, but it's like, what's the fucking point? What's the point of being alive at all? You know, like what's the point of creating entertainment? Even, like that's all I love. That's all I care about is entertainment. I want to create movies. I want to create music, and like I want to create TV shows and things like that. But it's like, what's the point of entertainment when this whole fucking world is just gonna die one day? Like it's just, I'm so fucking depressed right now, like because I don't have my son, you know, like my daughters. There's no fucking point making something of myself in a world that's just gonna fucking kill itself anyway. All these fucking lives destroyed just by giving up on one another. And it happens universally every fucking day. Every fucking day I wake up missing Barbara and missing Roxanne and Mrs. Sydney. I hate my life. I wish I have a way out. I wish I have help. I don't have help. I don't have a way out. I can't kill myself, therefore I can't die. And I can't live, so therefore I can't live a normal life. And I ask for help, but nobody cares, because it's humanity. Nobody cares, and like, it's humanity. Nobody gives a fuck. Life is just, it's not worth living for me. Like that family that we are supposed to be, we could be that family right now. And in the absence of that family, like without that family being together, it's not worth living. Every fucking day I wake up hating it. Every fucking day I hate my life because I want a wife to raise a son or a daughter with. Every fucking day. It's hell, and it's the end of the world for me. And I know I'm going to die soon. I just don't know how, and I don't know when, and I don't know of what. And I know it's just gonna be like it's almost gonna be like the way my uncle's fucking drinking himself to death, or the way my grandfather drank himself to death. Like I've never fucking had a drink since like a real drink since like August is when I partied last. And it's like December right now, but it's like I could see why it's so easy for some people to become alcoholics and things like that, because it's just, life's not worth living. It's it's not. Like, people fucking trick themselves into thinking it is, but it's just like, without a family to raise, without a wife to fucking hold every night, like Barbara and I are supposed to be together right now, but she's too much of a whore. But it's like it's just not worth living without the procreating family that, you know what I mean? Like if I stay single forever, I have no fucking reason for living. Like, there's no reason for me to be alive as a single person. Like, right now, Barb Dre and I could be together, and then we'd be a family unit, and I'd be raising our son to become a better person than I ever was, and a better person that Barb ever was, you know, things like that. But it's like, there's no point for a single person in humanity. Like, I mean, like, sure, there are single people who create bridges and create buildings and stuff like that of their own, but it's like, what's the point? What's the fucking point? Without raising a fucking family and procreating your genetics, what is the fucking point? Like, Barbara Dre and I can be together right now, and I want to raise my son, but she's too much of a piece of shit. Like, for real. Like, she has the heart to promise me that we'll always stay together and be together forever, but she doesn't have the perseverance or the quality that family requires in order to stay together. And she inherited that from her mother, who gave up on her. Like, her mother abandoned her family, so that's why she has to abandon our family. It's a genetic fucking curse. And these genetic fucking curses, we're just not fucking breaking them. Like, as far as like genetic curses go, you know, like, the only way to break a genetic curse is to fucking really, like, be there for our children together. But, like, since we're not together, like, they're going to repeat the generational curses of us now anyways, because they emulate what we do. So they're all of my children are going to emulate that single parent familyhood later on in life, and that's going to give them reason to give up on other people. And, like, all my children, like, if they don't have a family motivation to work for, and ambition wise, like, for the most part, like they will be depressed like I am. Like, it's just like unless they're working for a family, there's, like, they're going to feel empty, and like, it's like there's no point. Like, and that's part of our generational curses. And, like, all I hope though is that, like, I hope that they find purpose in a single livelihood kind of way. Like I only ever found my purpose with Barbara and Drayton. I've only ever found my purpose with Roxanne and Lavina. I've only ever found my purpose with Sydney and Cameron. And, like, the reason that has purpose is because the purpose is to raise that child to become a better person than we were, so that when they have children of their own, that they raise their children to become better people than they are. And then we keep going like that over and over until we become better people overall down the line in terms of my descendants, right? I hate being of the savage blood though, you know, like, this blood that should have been, like, extinct from the genocide that they created with, you know, like 100 years ago. Just like I'm from a bloodline that should be dead right now because that's what the white man wanted. But it's like, it's so fucking depressing that our own kind picks on our own kind. Like I could do something good, but, like, my own Native American race would fucking get jealous of me or envious of me, because that's how we fucking are trained to deal with one another. And it's so fucking depressing because it's just, we're all fucking brainwashed is what it feels like. And it's just, there's no way out for me. There's no way up. There's no way sideways. This life is hell, and I want out, but I know that I can't kill myself, and I know that I can't live. Well, this is the hell that I am, and I just wanted to share this hell with you. Like, I did love my job, and, like, I did. It's just like I'm pretty sure that I'm quitting because of that one control freak. And it's just like, the reason is just like, I was doing my job. I was doing my fucking job. And it goes, no, you gotta do this, we gotta do this. It's like, dude, fucking back off. You're a fucking control freak. Like, God, Jesus fucking Christ. And it's just, I can't be around people like that, and I understand why, because it's like, I'm not the same race as he is. If I was the same race as he is, he would treat me a lot different. And I hate being this Native American race, because it's like, white people treat me like I'm a thief, and like black people treat me like I'm a savage, and like everybody else, like all the Asians, I swear they treat me like I'm the fucking same bully that they fucking had growing up or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know that Native Americans are bullies and fucking assholes, and they don't fucking say please and thank you and shit like that. I get that. So it's like, but it's just, oh, it's so fucking frustrating being classified. And it's just like, I'm so fucking trapped. There's no way out. I have no help. I have no friends or family to turn to. I have nothing. I love my daughters and I love my son, and like our family could be together, and that's the only reason for my life. The only reason for me to exist is for Barb Dre and I to be a family. The only reason I exist is for Roxy Love and I to be a family. The only reason I exist is for Kam, Sydney and I to be a family together. That's the only fucking reason I exist. And like, the fact that we can't be the family that they promised me means I have no purpose and I have no reason to exist, and it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. I have no way out. I have no way to kill myself, and I have no way to make my life better. It's the end of the world for me. I hate this life, and if you're watching this right now, I would just pray pray for me to like, I want to die. I want to die. I want death to come to me of natural causes. I don't want to have to kill myself. So just like, pray that I fucking die from natural causes. May COVID come into my system, and may my system act in such a way that it kills itself, because I'm so fucking sick of being the good guy. But at the same time, people just treat me like I'm something else because of my race, and also because like I gave my baby mothers what they wanted. You know what I mean? Like her grandmother calling me bitch in the hallway, like that's like Sydney's grandma calling me bitch in the hallway. That's super fucking immature, unpolite, and just like, it was like a terrible thing. But it's like, it's one of those things though. It's just like, I know that because she's Native American, that she's gonna be a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? And that's just the classification that we give each other by the way we act through our actions. Fucking savages, right? So it's just like, it's so frustrating being part of that race that's classified as savages, who have been like thrown onto reservations and fences around them and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's so frustrating being part of a doomed race. And I'm just trying to evolve into like a Caucasian kind of race eventually, you know? I know that sounds fucked up, but like, you know, I would love to have babies with a nice European girl, and then like that European child, half European child, and I have another child with another European, and then like, you know, like eventually the dominant genes become a bit more, you know, like, even though I know that, like, you know, because of my dark skin and stuff like that, that's more dominant in the genes way, but it's like even though I know that, like, I would love to jump races in one day, just because like if I were white right now, I'd be rich and famous right now. You know what I mean? Like, for real. It's just, it's so fucking frustrating. This life is so fucking frustrating. But again, it's the end of the world for me. It's the fucking end of the world for me, because I'm pretty sure I'm quitting my job because of that control freak. And it's just like, we can't really, like, you know, talk about it, because he can't be fucking reached. He can't be talked to. If anything he does that's bad is not bad, and anything he does is good, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, it's one of those, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, and also do as I say, don't do as I do kind of things. And it's just like, I'm sick of the passive aggressive behavior that control freak fucking has, like hiding pre-cut meat on my buddy Nick there. It's like, why are you so fucking passive aggressive? And it's just like, it's probably something to do with my race. And the other Nick guy is white, so I mean, like, so it's just like, it's probably something to do with his race too. So it's just like, this whole fucking racist world, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to live, but I can't kill myself, and I'm so fucking trapped. And I guess I put these videos out here for somebody to one day reach out to me, but nobody's going to reach out to me because you're human. You're all human, and all you care about is yourself, right? So it's like, but that's who we are as people. And Barb is proof that everybody gives up on everybody. She's such a fucking whore. This is like, our family can be together right now. Like Drayton, my boy. Like, you're probably watching this when I'm dead later on in the future. Like, your mom is the big fucking catalyst for the reason my life is going this way. We can be a family right now. Our family can be together right now. But Drayton, your mom is too much of a whore. She's a fucking whore. She wants to jump on other dick. She wants to get fucked. Those loud moaning noises that you hear in the other room, that's her being fucked by other guys. Same with Sydney. Like, if Sydney does any fucking cocaine or anything while she's in possession of my daughter, like I hope later on she fucking pays for it. I hope our daughter fucking, my daughter has permission to take her own life if her mother's ever a fucking coke whore, you know? Like, for real, that's, you get my permission to do that if your mother's ever a coke whore. But other than that, you stay alive, you stay in school. But like, Sydney's, out of my baby mothers, Sydney's the most likely to become a coke whore. And out of my baby mothers, Barbara's like the biggest fucking dud of them all. And I'm like, out of my baby mothers, Roxanne's like my best friend out of my baby mothers. But still, this life is, it's fucking hell. There's nobody to talk to or reach out to. There's nothing I can do to make it better. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Like, for real, like, within the law and society that we have been given to work with, there's nothing I can do. Because I'm Native American. And I'm trapped in this hell. Barbara Dre and I can be a family together right now. But Barbara's too white. Like, her fucking white side of her won't let her fucking be with, you know, like she fucking gave up on our family for a reason. And like, we can be together right now. Like seriously, she promised to love me forever. And if you promise to love somebody, then if that love stays, like Barbara, we can be together right now. Like, you told me that you'll love me forever. There's no fucking reason why we can't be together right now. Let's work on whatever issues we have together and raise our son together. But no, our son's gonna have the same excuse that Barbara grew up pandering. Like, oh, my mother and dad weren't together because my mother walked out on me. So it's like, that's what Barbara gets to say. And now what Dre gets to say is like, oh, my dad wanted to be a family with my mother, but my mother gave up on the family unit just like her, like Dina gave up. That's what my son gets to say. My son gets to say that his mother gave up on the family unit the way that his grandmother gave up on the family unit. So that just runs in our family now. Like, Barbara Drayton and I can be together right now, and it's just like, life would have purpose and meaning, but it's the end of the world. I have to die. There's no way out for me. Like, I have to die. There's no way out. Like, I'm going to create thousands of songs under the name Selkirk because I became Selkirk for Sydney, because I love Sydney so fucking much. I became Selkirk and like wrote songs for her and things like that. And I'm just, none of it fucking matters unless we're together. None of it matters unless I'm helping one of my baby mothers raise a family. None of it matters unless I have a new baby mother to raise a family with. None of it fucking matters. Like, this life doesn't matter. Like, it's so insignificant. Like, I don't want to be alive anymore, but I have no choice but to be alive. And I'm like, talk to these shitty fucking people. Like, like, I'm pretty sure I'm quitting work because I don't want to talk to that shitty person anymore. And like, as far as like living here goes, like I love it. I love living here. It's just like the fact that I'm so close to my third baby mother's grandmother who fucking hates on me is just so fucking frustrating, because I mean we're all fair. Like, I've never hated on her granddaughter without reason. You know, I've only ever had a reason, you know what I mean? Like, she cheated on me, that was a reason, you know what I mean? She never told me that she had my baby for 5 months of my baby's life. That was a pretty fucking good reason, you know, like, and other than that, I was loyal to her and faithful to her, and like, we can be a family right now. So it's like, I'm not the fucking bad guy here. I gave them all what they wanted, and no good deed goes unpunished, so here I am suffering. Like, our families can be together right now. Like, okay, advice portion. If I have any advice to give, it's that, like, yes, we're all individuals, and yes, we all have to take care of ourselves, and yes, we have to never give up on ourselves at the end of the day. So never give up on yourself. That's the advice. That's the only advice I got. But like, I feel like giving up on myself, so it feels hypocritical sharing that advice, because I want to give up on myself. I want to be able to put a gun to my temple and pull the fucking trigger and just never think or feel ever again, because thinking and feeling makes me want to raise my children together with my baby mothers. All I know is this life is hell, and we all gotta look out for ourselves. Like, if there wasn't law, I would have taken everything I wanted right now. Everything I want, I would go out and fucking take it. If there was no law right now, I would take everything I want. But there's law. So it's like, this society and life that I have is pointless. Like, if I wish to remain a obeying cog of society, you know, like, and then I'm not gonna go break laws and stuff like that. It's just so pointless without a family to do anything for, though, you know, like, to do it the legitimate long way, to like go to work every day and like do that for 65 years, and you know, until I'm 65. Like, I want to do that, but I only want to do that if we can be a family, you know. Otherwise, there's just no point. There's no point. Like Barbara doesn't see how much of my purpose she became when she promised that we'll always be a family together. And like, my son's life is destroyed because of her giving up on family. Every day I wake up, I love Barbara, our family can be together right now. What the fuck are you waiting for, God? Every day I wake up, I love Roxanne, our family can be together. Every day I wake up, I love Sydney, our family can be together. What the fuck are you waiting for, God? I'm in hell. This is hell. This is the end of the world. Welcome to the conclusion of Scars on Repeat. So I explained to you how things are so ironic and how things are kind of fucked up in my life. Like, and I've told you many times that Barb Dre and I can be a family, and we can be a family right now, this instant, like she promises. But since she doesn't have that perseverance and forgiveness that she told me that she had before we had our son, to be a family and stay a family, are we ever going to be a family together right now or ever again? I don't know. Like, we can always be a family, and when my children grow up, these videos are proof to my children that I can be with any of their mothers right now, and we can be a family raising my children together right now. Like, if Roxanne wanted to be together right now, we could be together raising our daughter together. If Sydney wanted to be together, we can be together raising our daughter together. Like, they promised me before we had our child. And that's the irony of the whole situation. But is any of that going to actually happen? Probably not. Because of humanity, just the way people are. We get into relationships with other people, and then we get into relationships with other people, and then we get into relationships with other people, and then we give up every fucking time, almost every time anyway. And until we're ready to be set in our ways, we give up on everybody. Until we are ready as individuals who find other individuals who are able to be set in their ways without cheating, without fucking around and having sex with other people the way I know so many people do. You know what I mean? Like, in order for that to happen, it would take a miracle. God couldn't even fucking bring our family together. Like for real, like Barb Dre and I can be together right now, but Barbara's not a family-oriented person, or we would be together right now raising our son. And like, there was a moment in space and time where I was laying on top of my baby mother Barbara with my penis inside of her and everything, asking her, hey, do you want my baby? And she said, yeah, I want your baby there. And there's a space and time where she said, we'll always be a family together. I'll always want my family together, Darren. There's a space and time, same with Sydney and Roxanne, there was a space and time where I was on top of them, looking them in the eye, making love to them, asking them, hey, do you want my baby? Are you sure you want my baby? And they all said yes, and now they all have my baby. And we can all be a family together right now. And that's what Scars on Repeat is about. It's just the proof to my children that their daddy tried. And it's also proof, though, to my son and my daughters and my future sons and my future daughters that everybody gives up on everybody. Like Barbara Dre and I, we can be together right now like she promises. Barbara gave up on our family together, the way her mother walked out on her family and abandoned her family. But that's what people do. So to my son Drayton, don't be mad at your mother and I for not being a family together. Like, we can be a family together right now. Your mom just chooses not to. Like, we can be a family together right now. And same with my daughters. Like, to my daughter, you know, like to my daughter Lavina, your mother and I, we can be together right now raising you. It's up to her. And to my daughter Cameron, your mother and I can be together raising her, you know, raising you. It's up to her. But it's like, I gave them what they asked me for, and I gave them loyalty while doing it, and I gave them friendship and whatever they wanted. Like, I've loved them. I love them like more than everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I love them more than everybody in the entire fucking world. And like, it's one of those things. It's like, they promised to love me forever, but it's human nature to give up on loving somebody, to either love somebody new or because of our own selfish reasons to give up on somebody. That's what we do. That's who we are. We care deep down only about ourselves. And to my sons and daughters, I want you to learn from that. Like, yes, Barbara and I can be together, Dre. Your mother and I can be together right now, but I want you to learn from the fact that we're not together. The fact that Barbara said that we can be together forever and then gave up on her word, Drayton. I want you to learn that that's what people do. People will say, hey, Drayton, I love you. I want to be a family with you together forever. Like, when you meet that one special girl, like I met Barbara, she was my special girl, and she said that she loves me forever and we're going to be a family together forever. Like, there's a good chance that if you do have that family, that one day that family will split apart because of human nature. It's just human nature to be individuals. And that's just sort of the way it is. Like I love all of my baby mothers, and we can be together right now, but to me, they're proof that everybody gives up on everybody as the natural standard. The natural standard for human is to give up on everybody else except for yourself. That's the standard of human. Anything above that is like a standard that you set above being human. Like, if you say that I'm going to be married to so-and-so for 50 years and you have a 50-year relationship and you have a 50-year anniversary, that is above human because you made that standard for yourself. That separates us from the animals. Barb wants to be an animal, and I'm okay with that. That's the human standard, right? Like, it's animal to give up on your family and say, yo, fuck it, and life goes on, there are other people to fuck. And that's what Barb does, and that's what my other baby mothers do. And they're gonna go from relationship to relationship, cock to cock, and all that stuff, you know, addiction to addiction, whatever they got going on in their lives, and they're gonna have new babies with new baby daddies in the future. And I'm okay with that, because everybody gives up on everybody. And like, the new babies that they have with the new families, eventually their family is gonna tear apart, even though they promise one another, unless, you know, Barb does it spitefully out of her first family. But she told me that we're gonna spitefully have a family together because her mother gave up on her family. So I mean, she's kind of a hypocrite either way. So she'll promise you forever, just like she promised Kyle forever, just like she promised Mike forever, just like she promised me forever, just like she promised so many people forever, that she had sex with so many fucking people. I can't even, like, more than that, like, it just like like, it's so fucking frustrating. But that's human. It's human to have as many sexual partners as possible. Like right now, I'd fuck so many redheads right now if I could, you know what I mean? That's my thing. I love redheaded women. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous. That's what I'd do right now. But that's human, right? It's human to want to fuck everything that you are attracted to, right? So it's like, and it's like, it's human to give up on the family that you start, even though it's above human to like actually stick to it and persevere. But it's like, it's super easy to give up on people. It happens every fucking day, and it's the standard of human. So like, when you're seeking out future relationships, my sons and daughters, you got to make sure that you're like, if you want that family forever relationship, you need to find somebody super smart with a high intellect like me in order to have that long-term family relationship, or they're not going to be able to do it. That's it. That's all there is to it. They gotta know exactly what they want from life, or else they're going to lie to you, and then you'll end up where I am, thinking that like I know exactly what I want for my life. Like Barb Dre and I can be together right now, taking our child to school every day, working a standard job 9 to 5 and all that stuff. We can have a mortgage together and all that. That's exactly what I wanted from the start. That's exactly what I want now. And my whole life is fucked up because I still want that life with Barbara that she promises me. You know, so it's like, that's just the way things are though. It's human for us to give up on one another, and it's like, we gotta never give up on ourselves. But it's super fucking easy. I just destroyed my own world today because I miss Barbara that much, basically. Like, that's what happens to me. Like, I fucking destroyed my whole fucking world today. I fucking like quit my job and everything like that, and just to like focus on my music and poker. And now I'm not too sure what the fuck's gonna happen to me. Because like, you know, like in life, you're supposed to be like doing something to constantly bring money in, but at the same time, I felt so fucking depressed that my family's not together. Like, what's the point? What's the point of making a bunch of fucking money without sharing it with a family that I love? Like, what's the point of fucking doing it? You know, but it's just like, I'm a musician, that's all there is to it. I'm an artist, that's all there is to it. Like, I wish I could build you a bridge. I know I could build you a bridge, you know, in a song, but like, as for like building bridges and skyscrapers and stuff like that, I wish I could do that. But I'm more interested in making music, movies, and videos and stuff like that. That's what I am, and that's unfortunately what I am. That's what I want to do with my life, and I don't know how I'm going to go about doing it. But it's just like I know exactly what I want though. Like Barb Dre and I, we can be together right now. And then like Roxy Love and I, we can be together right now. Like Sydney, Kam and I, we can be together right now. But everybody gives up on everybody. That's all there is to it. You know, my sons and daughters, everybody gives up on everybody unless that person that you choose is super fucking talented and smart. They gotta be like Einstein smart in order to have the kind of relationship that perseveres for a lifetime. Because people rarely ever know what they want exactly, even when they tell you, this is exactly what I want. It's so frustrating that Barbara Dre and I would be together right now. It's like December 8th, and December 8th, like 2020, and every day since my son was born in 2015, we could be a family together right now. Every fucking day since my son was born, we can be a family together right now. But it's so much more easier to give up on people and let them go, that it's the standard of human. Like Barbara Drayton and I, we can be together right now, but she's too big of a whore. It's the standard though. That's the human standard. It's the human standard to be a whore. It's the human standard to give up on your family. It's the human standard to promise somebody forever and then make that turn into a lie by giving up on them. It's the human fucking standard to do so. So never give up on yourself. That's the only advice you really get. It's like, that's the one, right? You gotta never give up on yourself. But it's just like my life is over. Like my life is over. Barb promised me that we'll be together forever, and I'm stuck on repeat. I can't switch it off every day. I love you, Barbara. We can be a family together right now. So my life is done. It's over. Like other than the music and thousands of songs that I'm going to share with you and thousands of videos that I'm going to share with you, my life is over. Like Barbara Drayton are my life. And the fact that we're not together, my life is over. Like for real, like who I am is dead now. You know, all I'll ever be is a musician who has music videos in the cloud and like music videos on like, you know, SoundCloud and all that stuff. Like, you know, songs on SoundCloud and all that, but like, that's all I'll ever be. Like if in 100 years from now, all that's left is my music, it's like I'm dead already, you know? Like, does that make sense to you to a certain degree? It's like I'm already dead to Barbara. It's like I'm already dead to Roxanne, and it's like I'm already dead to Sydney, even though they all promised me that we'll always be a family together and we'll always love one another and that we'll always persevere. But like, let's face it, Barbara gave up on her family as soon as she could, as soon as she gave up, you know, like she fucking gave up on her family as soon as possible, just like her mother gave up on her family. And Roxanne and I, we're friends, we're buds. I'm trying not to fuck that up, but she cheated on me when we were together, and I forgave her a bunch of fucking times. But it's like, we're friends right now, and like we can be together right now too. And same with Sydney. Like Sydney and I, we could be friends right now, but she is the one who decided to call the cops first. Like she called the cops on me, so I had no choice but to defend myself by calling the cops on her. And now we're in this big predicament where we'll probably never talk ever again. And it's just like one of those things, we could have started out as friends, or we could have been the family that she promised me before she had the child. But people give up on everybody, and the human standard is to give up on everybody else. So I need you to take this advice from this video to never give up on yourself when people give up on you, okay? Like when your family and friends aren't there for you, and they're not always going to be there for you. You gotta be there for yourself. Like, you know, like, I don't know how old you are right now, whatever. If you're in your teens right now, you got parents probably and like people looking out for you and stuff like that. But like when you get older, eventually your parents die and you gotta look after yourself, you know, like things like that. So it's like you have only yourself to look after yourself. There's nobody else here to help you, even though you could be like, help, somebody help, but nobody will fucking help you unless, you know what I mean? That's the way the world is. That's who we are as people and individuals in this modern 2020 society we are. There are 8 billion people. There are 8 billion people in 2020. The odds of 2 people of that 8 billion people staying together and married forever without cheating on one another, without sleeping around with Brad Hurry or whoever the fuck. That was just an example zing that I was throwing against my third baby mother's grandmother, whatever, things like that. She used to fuck around on him and stuff like that. But it's like, my point is everybody fucks around on everybody. Everybody gives up on everybody, so you can never give up on yourself, okay? Like, find something that you love, do it every fucking day. You know, if what you love is helping people that aren't going to help you, that's still cool. That's still cool. You can still help people live better lives if possible, like the way Akon brought millions of people electricity in Africa. Like, you can do that still. You can help people. But you always gotta remember that you're on your own. Like, all of the best friends that I've ever had in this fucking life have turned out to be fucking big douchebags, you know, like for real. Like we can be best friends right fucking now, but it's like, I don't, like all of like the baby mothers that I have, like we can be families together right now, and then like, you know, like everybody gives up on everybody. Like everybody gives up on everybody. Like I want to be in a band right now with like my best friends that I've ever had in my entire life, but you know, my best friends and I have given up on one another. It's just humanity. It's the way it goes as you grow up, and you just like eventually you give up on everybody without even noticing. Like, it's just one of those things. It's just the way life is, and it's the human standard to give up on everybody. So it's just what you got to take from Scars on Repeat is to always look out for yourself. And I fucked my life up by being with Barbara. Like, Barbara Drayton and I, we can be a family together right now, but I should have never have given Barbara a baby ever. But it is what it is now. Like, Drayton, you're alive now. If you're watching this in the future, I love you and I'm glad we have you. I just should have never have trusted Barbara that much, because we should be together right now like she promises, but she's too big of a whore. But that's the standard of human though. It's like, it's a standard to be whore. That's why you can't slut shame in 2020. You can't slut shame in 2020 because it's a standard to be sexual and promiscuous. It's the human standard. So, as far as relationships go, like, if you're in a fucked up abusive relationship, good on you, whatever. It's just one of those things, though. It's just, Like, families aren't meant to be. And there's a type of God that created the universe, but he can't help us. He can't help us worth shit. Like, I can't be like, dear God, can my family please be together? And then all of a sudden my family will be together. No, fuck that. There's not that kind of God. It's the kind of God that created the universe and just kind of goes like, okay, let's see what you do with it. Good luck. That's the kind of God we got, okay? So that's why people who are atheists are like, oh, there's no God because God never fucking helped me. It's like, he designed the universe to not help you. And he designed the universe to make you realize that nobody's gonna help you unless you help yourself. You know what I mean? Unless it's like flesh and blood, like family, like mom and dad helping you or something like that. Nobody fucking else is going to go out of their way to help you. Nobody else is going to go out of their way to help me. We're all on our own. So you enjoy your life as best as you can. Like, I want to die, but I can't die. And I want to live, but I can't live. Especially in the time where this COVID season is, where we're constantly wearing masks and constantly socially distancing one another from one another. It's just like, you know, I can't make my life better and I can't kill myself. So I'm trapped in this fucking hell of a limbo called missing Barbara every fucking day for the rest of my life. And Drake and your family can be together right now. Your mom's just a whore, but that's standard though, okay? So it's like everybody is a whore on the standard level. On the standard level of human beings, as far as human nature goes, everybody on the standard is a whore. We love sex, that's what we do. We love it, we fucking love it, right? So it's like, that's why that's the standard. Barb Dre and I can be together right now, and Barbara and I would be fucking making love every fucking night. Like we used to, every fucking night we would always make love. And then like what happens though in these relationships that I've had with these baby mothers, and I realize this is almost universal with every relationship that I've ever had with any woman, it's like you make one mistake and then she kind of hangs on to it and it stays back there just a little bit. And then you make another mistake and that mistake stays back there just a little bit. And like it keeps snowballing to the point where it's like all the mistakes that you make, they just keep snowballing until she can't take it anymore, and she gives excuses of why to give up, and they're always excuses compared to reasons. Because like if Bob were to listen to reason, we can be together right now, Barbara Dre and I, and we can go through marriage counseling, whatever, you know, like we can become married and go through all that if we have to, you know, like it's not a trap system in order for us to be a family and stuff like that, even though people talk like that. Those are systems meant to keep you confined, but it's like we can be the family she promised me. And just, you know, like Roxanne and I, we can be a family too, and then Sydney and I, we can be a family too. It's just everybody gives up on everybody, and these scars just play on repeat in my mind every day. I love Barbara Marsh. Her family can be together right now. Drayton, your family can be together since the day you were born. So I want you to take that as proof that everybody gives up on everybody, and your mom's a whore, but that's the standard of human. Your mom's a standard human whore. Does that make sense? Like everybody's kind of in that standard range. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to be blunt and to be the messenger, so don't shoot the messenger. But it's like, and same with Roxanne. Like when Roxanne and I were together, she was cheating on me, and she at first she was like, "Oh, I never cheated on you. I was just telling you that I cheated on you, but I wasn't actually cheating on you." Like she was just trying to cover it up as mind games, but she was cheating on me, and it's just like, you know, even though she cheated on me, we can still be a family together right now because, you know, like I don't want to give up on everybody the way every other human gives up on everybody. But it's like, you know, like Barbara gave up, Roxanne gave up, and then, you know, Sydney and I can be together right fucking now raising our daughter. But it's just like she cheated on me from our relationship from August 6th to Halloween in that 2019 era, and like she had other people's fluids in her fucking body when she had love, you know, made love to me when she was fucking me. So it's just like even though they pretend that I'm the bad guy, it's like I forgive them for a lot of shit, and we can be a family together right now. So it's like, who's the real bad guy, right? Like, all I know is I fucked my life up by being with Barbara, and then the other two baby mothers were just to kind of prove a point to my son that everybody gives up on everybody. And I love all my babies, and I'm gonna have more babies. And and these scars on repeat, I'm gonna try and shut them down to a certain extent, you know, like every day I wake up in love with Barbara, every day I wake up in love with Roxanne, every day I wake up in love with Sydney and our family, because our families can be together. But it's just like, it's not healthy to live that way. Like the human healthy way to live is to be like, oh, life goes on, whatever, fuck them, I don't need them. Even though I know I don't need them. Like for real, like they cheated on me, lied on me, told me I was a piece of shit and stuff like that, when I was just like, hey, I love you, we're good, we can be good, we can do anything we want, right? It's just like, when I was trying to be the good guy, they were all fucking like putting me down. Like Sydney was saying that she'll sleep with Cody and she'll sleep with Warren, she'll sleep with all of my friends and all of that shit. Like she was just fucking, I'll sleep with all your fucking friends, I don't give a fuck. Things like that, right? It's just like, that's who she is as a person. So it's like, I'm never gonna be able to change who she is, and I'm never gonna be able to change who Roxanne is. I'm never gonna be able to change who Barbara is. They're all people who give up on their families. They're all people that won't be able to continue as a family together. And I have to accept that by not loving them like I do every day, even though I love them every day. That's the irony of it too. But anyways, thank you for listening. If you stayed through this entire 3-hour video or whatever the fuck it is, like I know I got lots of ramblings where like some of it's up, most of it's kind of down though, but like, you know, like I had to quit my job because that guy fucking hated on me every fucking day. Every time I'd go there to fucking work, it was just like fucking no fucking reason. He would just be like, hey, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it that way, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it that way. It's like, hey, I fucking did it this way, I fucking did it that way, I fucking did it your way, I fucking did it the way that you fucking showed me, you fucking control freak little bitch. And I just, oh, I wanted to fucking hit him, so I have to quit. I have to quit or else I'm gonna fucking punch him in the eye. You know what I mean? Like, and it was just like, I want to fight so many fucking people right now, but it's just the society we created that's above human. The society that's above human. Like I want to fight people, and that's human, right? That's human nature, that's the human standard. But it's above human to not fight and to be all peaceful, bygones be bygones and all that stuff like that. So I gotta be above human as far as that goes, or else I'm gonna knock a bunch of fucking people out. But it's just like one of those things, you know? This is real life. You get one life, probably. And if you come back later, hopefully things are better. It's like, Barb Dre and I can be a family together, and this is the proof. Roxanne, Love You and I can be a family together, and this is the proof. Sydney, Cameron and I can be a family together, and this is the proof. And this is also the proof that everybody gives up on everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you are in the world. Everybody gives up on everybody, so never give up on yourself. And I wish that my family could be together right now every fucking day. I hate you, God, because of it. I hate you. But it is what it is. God has no control of this universe. Sorry to say, all these people that are relying on God to fucking come save them. God's not saving shit. You know what I mean? So, I love my family, I love my friends. I hope life gets better. And I hope you all have a good Christmas. Like, I'm not going to be able to see any of my children on Christmas. I'm not going to be able to see my son on Christmas. I'm not going to be able to see my daughter Lavina on Christmas. I'm not going to be able to see my daughter Cameron on Christmas. But that's who they are as people, and that's how our situation came about. Like, we could be a family together right now, but that's who they are as people. That's what human nature is. Like in 2020, it's human nature to give up on your family and to just go jump on other people, you know? Like, that's what it is. Like, you know, let's say if Barbara and I did stay together and she wanted to be together forever, and she was, the tables were turned. Let's say the tables were turned, right? And I wanted to fuck other girls instead of just Barbara. And like, and she was making videos like this for, you know, forever and stuff like that. I feel as though I would come back to her and be a family with her, but like she's not able to do that because she's not me, you know. Like, I'm the forgiveness guy, you know. It's just like, but at the same time, like, I got some hate, but it's just like, Barb Dre and I can be together right now. These scars just go on repeat, and like, this is some sort of psychological, something that you can learn from if you're a psychologist, like the way I vent and describe my perspective on things. If you're a psychologist like Freud, you can learn from my behavior, my tirades, you know, my agonizing tirades. I miss them so fucking much every day. And like the thing is like my baby mothers will never know what it's like to miss their baby. Like they will never know what it's like to miss their baby unless, you know, blah blah blah. But I mean, like, they'll never know what I feel like right now. I've only met Cameron once and I miss her with all of my fucking heart. You know, it fucking sucks. She'll never, like, Sydney will never know that pain, like, truly the way I know it. And like Roxanne will never know the pain of missing Lavina the way I miss Lavina with all my fucking heart. It hurts. And I was just like, Barbara will never know how much it is to miss your first son. You know, that's my baby boy, you know, my son. You know, I want to raise him and teach him guitar, and like he would know Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin right now if we were a family together for like she promises. Like, I would be teaching him guitar every day. I'd be teaching him music every day. But it's just the way people are. We all give up on one another. So never give up on yourself. And this is the proof to my children that our families could have been together throughout this entire time. And, you know, like, we can go for it together. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever wanted, to be just a little bit above that human standard to marriage and like committing to one another and being faithful and loyal to one another. You know what I mean? Like the way Sydney promised that she'll be faithful and loyal to me, the way Roxanne promised she'll be faithful and loyal to me, the way Barbara promised she'll be faithful and loyal to me. But it's human to break those promises. So promise yourself something and never give up that promise on yourself, because never give up on yourself. So like, I don't know. This life is crazy. I kind of ended my world today by switching it completely. Like, I made a clean slate because I ended up quitting work over some fucking douchebag I didn't want to work with. And it was just like, you know, like, at the same time I respect that douchebag, so I mean, I shouldn't be talking bad about him, but it's like, you know, at the same time I respect him, but it's like, you know, if I were his race, he would have accepted me and we would be friends and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm not his race and I can't change who I am as a person. I'm sorry that I look like every fucking Native American that ever fucking bullied him through all grade school and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. And there's the same goes with like all the other people that like know that they fucking talk behind my back, you know, like, you know who you are. I'm like, I'm glad you're like, you know, whatever. Just like, all I know is like, this life is rigged against each one of us, because each one of us wants what's best for the self individual. If every one of us in the world wanted what's best for everybody else in the world, then the world might be a better place. But it's like, ultimately, individuals and people who are individuals want the world to themselves, you know? So never give up on yourself. And if you start a family and eventually it goes kaput, just know that's normal. It's completely normal to procreate, and then like a black widow spider, the female just kind of kills you out of the family relationship. You know, that's sort of how it is. That's how life is, I'm sorry to say. And I love Barbara. Our family can be together right now. Hey, Barbara, we can be together right now. Like you promised me, and you know that you promised me. You literally looked me in the eye when we were making love. Hey, Barbara, do you want my baby? And then we came at the same time when you said yes. We can be together right now. There's no reason why we can't. And same with you, Roxanne, and same with you, Sydney. There's no reason why we can't be together other than your excuses and the fact that you're the human standard.